Hello and welcome to YMCA of the Rockies Snow Mountain Ranch. Today we're going to go on a dog sled tour with Redemption Dog Sled.
I'm Lauren. I'm going to be the musher today. If you want to follow me, we'll get started.
Woo!
Pull back. Got it.
Okay, I have to hold tighter.
Stay tight.
Woo! So what's it like working with the pups?
It's so much fun. You know, I get to spend every day outside working with dogs, getting to know kind of them as individuals. A lot of times people be like, oh, how do you remember all their names? And that's easy. They're all individuals. They all have personalities that are very unique to themselves.
They're so sweet.
They are. That's kind of one of the things that can separate us from other kennels. Our dogs are all really good with people, with kids, and interacting with like just various groups of people. We worked really hard on getting them used to, you know, wheelchairs, children. So sometimes people get this conception that if you just put a bunch of dogs on a line and say, let's go, that is an excellent way to get into some deep trouble.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So our first two dogs, those are called leaders. And I've got Wyatt on the left and Raven on the right today. Their job is the most important on the team. Your lead dogs are how you steer, essentially. And it's all voice command. So when I want to turn right, I'll say G. When I want to go left, I'll say ha. And if I want to go straight, I will say on by. Second row, I've got Opal and Jasper. That's called swing position. Your swing dogs assist with making nice turns. They follow the leaders. They also know the commands. So when I have to make a turn, my lead dogs will initiate, and my swing dogs are like, yeah, we know what you want to do. We're going to go that way as well. My third and fourth row, I've got Ruthie, Timber, Ember, and Winston. Those guys are in team position. So their job is to pull. They add a lot of power and help out. And then your back two dogs today are called wheel dogs, and that's Cinder and Granite. Your wheel dogs are probably your second most important. They're your strength. They really help the sled get around corners and up hills and get us going from a stop. So usually your back two dogs are your strongest. Cinder's really cool. She's very smart. So even though she's not maybe the biggest or strongest dog, she will take us out wide. She'll actually go under the main line to pull us away from trees and obstacles, which makes steering the sled much easier for me. The shirts that they wear are anti-chafing shirts. So those dogs just have a tendency to get a little bit of chafing from their harnesses.
Aww.
So in order to prevent that, we'll put the shirts on them. But the dogs have to eat a special diet, so their food we actually get from Canada. And it's a dog food that is made for sled dogs for really highly active dogs. And hunters will actually donate last year's game meat. So in the fall, we'll put a call on the internet and say, hey, if you've got any leftover freezer burn meat that you're not going to use, please consider donating it to our dogs, because they don't mind. In fact, I think they like freezer burn meat.
Yeah.
Add some flavor to it.
How do you guys choose their names?
For each litter, we will kind of have a theme, right? So Raven's litter was born on Halloween. So all of her litter mates had Halloween themed names. So we had Raven and Matilda, Buffy, Spirit, Boo, and Frankie. The wildfire litter was puppies during the East Troublesome fire. So Timber, Ash, Cinder, Kindle, and Ember. So they actually had to evacuate from the fire. The whole kennel did.
Oh my gosh.
And so we decided to name those pups after that. Opal, Zircon, Granite, Jasper, and Jade are Rocks and Gemstone litter.
This is so cool though. I mean, like, what a unique opportunity.
It is fun, and I love getting to share like my dogs with people.
Yeah.
You know?
Is this something you ever dreamed of doing, or did you
Never.
know it was an option?
No. Who does this?
I know.
And it's cool, right? Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a veterinarian. for a really long time and kind of discovered that I don't like school that much.
Yeah.
And you need a lot of school to be a vet.
Oh yeah. And now you get to work with animals.
And I get to work with animals, and I get to see them doing something they're passionate about. I get to work with them while they're healthy and really just loving life, you know.
In the most beautiful area.
In the most beautiful area, yeah. Snow Mountain Ranch has amazing trails, and I mean, look at these views, right? Like right over there.
Incredible trails.
And so it's really great that we're able to use these trails and get to be out here and do this.
So do you guys take these dogs to competitions?
We do. We'll do races. Typically our races are between 50 to 150 miles.
Wow.
So we're actually leaving on Tuesday to go to a race up in Ely, Minnesota.
Wow.
And then we'll go up to Copper Harbor and do the Copper Dog 150 the weekend after.
Am I the first person to ever fall off?
No, not at all. So people typically, if they're gonna fall, they fall right at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them. I'm like, you know, it happens.
It happens.
That initial start is a bit shocking, right? Like, and I've had people who won't hang on because they're like, oh no, these little dogs, they're not gonna pull me.
Oh no.
And then we go, and it's like, yeah, they are. They are absolutely gonna pull you. Each dog could pull about 350 pounds on their own.
Wow.
So yeah, when people are like, they're not gonna do that, I'm like, yeah, they are. Frequent question I get asked is, how do I make them go? And that is not my problem. My problem is making them stop. We have to really consider how we're gonna do that. Because they will just go. If I let off the brakes, they're gonna run. They're gonna pull.
So as the dogs get older, how do you guys retire them out?
So when dogs are around 9 or 10 years old, we will look for adoptive homes for them. They still enjoy pulling and running, but we start to feel like, you know, they'd enjoy having a couch and just being someone's baby.
Yeah.
A little bit more than they'd enjoy pulling. Now they're still very active even in retirement, so they do have to go to active homes of like skiers or hikers. That way they can still kind of get some fulfillment even in retirement, but then they just chill out and enjoy getting some snuggles.
So if anyone's looking for a dog.
Yes, if anyone's looking for a dog, and then if anyone is like got their eyes on one of our dogs, you know, they can talk to us, and even if they're not ready for retirement, we'll put them on a list and contact them when that dog is ready.
How cool. Well, that was our time with Redemption Sled Dog Tours. I had so much fun. Thank you, Lauren.
Thanks.
Where can people find more information on you guys?
You can find more information about Redemption Dog Sled Tours on our website, redemptionsledtours.com, or find us on our Instagram, Redemption Sled Tours.
Awesome. Highly recommend. Thanks. Should have done a high five.